Let's show them what we got.
Okay. Turns out meeting got bumped. So meeting is now at 11:30, which means I got 20 minutes. I'm going to play this for a little bit. I think I already beat the 2048 Cup. Or the campaigns in 2048, I could be wrong. This is gonna take a lot of getting used to. This game is very hard, and let's see.
AG Systems Fighter.
Reminds me, I gotta check the volume, make sure it's all okay. Because this game has sick music, and if it's not loud, I'm not doing it right. I did already change it. It just takes a minute for Twitch to update. You can use a little more juice, maybe. Guys, I can't tell you how bummed I am that Wipeout is just a dead property. Because that means we're not gonna get it on PS5. One second, let me make sure that, yeah, it's just quiet. That's fine, okay. Second. Not if you fund it, yeah. Oh boy, do I not remember how to change camera. I think I played it in VR last, so of course it's in first person. Hold on a second. One of these gotta be, there we go. Okay. Let's restart. I thought PS5 is backwards compatible. I mean, sort of. The top 100 PS4 games, sort of, is what they said. So, if you think that means Wipeout Omega, then sure. I just want a new Wipeout. Like, Wipeout was kind of the technical showcase for... I mean, it was for me anyway. I guess they announced a new Gran Turismo, so racing games aren't entirely dead, but... God, that turn sucks. I think maybe you have to tap the brakes right before you go over that lip so you don't fly off the course so much. Shit. Oh boy. Dang it. Arrgh. That wasn't even the turn. It's the... Wait. There's one where there's like a... There's one where there's a shortcut after... Let me try this. Oh. Nope, too much. Too much. Oh, it's after this one. Okay, so like, turn into here. Berg! God. Tapping walls is so bad in this game, and it's so hard not to do it! Ah. Oh. Boy, it wouldn't be a PlayStation without the controller dying 20 seconds into any fun happening. Would it? That's something that I kind of hope is that they didn't really talk about the battery capacity for the PS5 controller. It's at least in the USB-C, so I don't need this trash in my life. But classic PS4. So I'm bummed about my Switch, man. I was gonna play Thumper. And then I was like, well, I guess what's the next best? But I left it sitting for too long. I also wonder if maybe the way I have it plugged in over here at my desk, maybe it's not getting the right voltage and that really fucks it up. God damn it! I'm so sick of this shit. Sorry. I'm like having to uncoil this cord. It's like catching in my headphones. It's getting really aggravating. Okay. Yeah, I want a nuclear reactor in my controller, please. Switch broke again? I don't know if it broke or like the battery may just be completely dead. Stop it! Holy crap. Cords everywhere. So it's like, it's doing that thing where it's charging but it's not turning on. So it's like, the battery may be completely dead. Also it may be locking itself up every time I try to charge it. So I'm gonna let it sit for a second and drink some battery juice. And then hopefully I can hard reset it and let it boot up. Because that's what worked before. Shit! God, this is annoying. And like, since my PlayStation's really far away, I have to use this extension, which means this stupid little hunker thing keeps pulling it down. PlayStation controllers suck. I'm sorry, they do. They really do. They really, really do. It's amazing to me when people can be smug about having an internal battery, but like the internal battery's so small and you can't change it. And it doesn't charge off of anything because micro USB is such a pain in the ass. Bleh. Microsoft say that more OG Xbox game are going to be available on Series X via backwards compatibility. I mean, yeah. I think you can reasonably assume that all the games that are currently available on Xbox One are going to be playable on Series X. I don't know about more. I don't know if they're going to add some. There's already a good amount on there. Why, you really want to play Grab by the Ghoulies? Is it only cannon? I guess they only have cannons for this race. Shit, man. Ugh. Turned just a little too soon.
Cannon. Cannon. Cannon.
New lap ready. Final lap.
Cannon. Cannon.
God damn it. Alright.
Cannon. Cannon.
Hey. Crap. Okay. I was worried that I missed that shortcut. Some races, if you can get away from the pack. Woo! It's not so bad. I'm still getting that frame stuttering though. That's really annoying.
Elite Pass. First place.
Damn right. I'm in a long ticket chain with Elgato to try and troubleshoot that. Here we go. Yeah, the time trials. These are where you gotta be good. I really love this menu music, man. It's so good. High handling and high speed. Looks pretty good. I want that drum track to kick in though. Yeah, you have to hit the lines. You have to hit like every boost. Yeah, drum and bass works so well with fast-paced racing. That was all of like Bizarre Creations' old racers like MSR and Tokyo Extreme and stuff like that. Wait, no, Tokyo Extreme wasn't Bizarre, but Metropolitan Street Racer and then Project Gotham had some good drum and bass tracks to them. Oh yeah, dude. Doom Eternal is loads better than Doom 2016. And Doom 2016 was very good already. So you get one boost a lap, right? Is that still a thing? Oh, great. Well, there we go. You can also play Red Out. Oh, it's this track. The one with all the fucking hairpins. Ah! Or the one hairpin. Goddamn. Oh, I thought it. I did not think it went that way. Curious to see how far off my time will be from anything remotely approaching a pass. There we go. Eh. Crap. Oh, there's another hairpin on the lower course. I think that's got to be the faster one. It's got to be. If you can get the hairpin fast.
Final lap.
I do love that, like, they put the boost pads exactly where your line should be. So they teach you how to have proper racing line, but... Way too early. Woof. Yeah, no, I took that command down. People were going through and using every old active command they could find, so I went and undid a lot of them.
Race complete.
So I gotta shave off. Wait, what do I need? Oh, the package you sent should be arriving on Saturday. That's good to hear. Couldn't include a note when I ordered it, but hope you like what we got you in honor of Candle Cam and finishing Witcher. Let me know if you'd like the tracking info. No, it's fine. I did go to the post office and picked up a few packages, so I'll be opening those later.
Origami agility.
Did you get to play Cyberpunk? I got to... So since Stephanie was coordinating a lot of those previews, I was able to watch a lot of them. But no, I didn't. There were not many preview slots. I'm against Last of Us due to how Sony and Naughty Dog went after small YouTubers and who reported on the leaks. Like, seriously, fuck you. Well, hold on a minute, Ranger. Hold on a minute, Ranger. Small YouTubers don't have any right to the intellectual property of Naughty Dog. I've never understood this concept that game companies and media companies owe random people on YouTube the monetization bump from piggybacking off of their creation. What is that about? Can you explain that mentality to me, Ranger? Naughty Dog made a thing. They were convinced that protecting the story integrity of the game for the people that bought the game would be a good marketing move. So yeah, they took down videos leaking information about the thing they made before they wanted it to be released. How is that them being small YouTubers? I don't understand this concept that like small YouTubers the underdog. They're just people trying to make money on YouTube. What makes them the protected class? Freedom of speech. As long as they aren't using any of their in-game assets. They are. When they talk about the story, also freedom of speech doesn't apply there because they're a private company. That's not the government cracking down on them talking about civil rights issues. They own the rights to it because they're the ones who made it. People on YouTube don't get claim to all that. In fact, like YouTubing, what I'm doing right now is at the mercy of Sony and a studio that doesn't exist anymore. This kind of came up during the Borderlands thing too. It was like, oh, big bad Bethesda coming after these small YouTubers. I don't know, man. Bethesda makes a video game. YouTubers are just trying to get paid by talking about rumors. I don't think that they're contributing a whole lot to the ecosystem, whereas people that actually make the damn games... So sorry, I did not mean to come off so antagonistic, because I certainly am. I do also think that, like, there's no way to come across as the good guy in that scenario, unless you agree with just let them go hog wild with it. And also, what complicates the matters with The Last of Us is a lot of people were using the leaks to kind of push the agenda that the game was bad. Like, look at how bad this game is. This story is stupid. Now imagine that you made that game, and you know that there's a ton of context to all those leaks that you can't share yet. Now, granted, I haven't finished the game, so I can't put my 2 cents in about the quality of the final product. But yes, you have every right to like go out into the market and protect the value of your brand. Let's see here. Sony can decide not to have anything to do with them, like how Bethesda did to Kotaku over Fallout 4 leaks, but they shouldn't try to stop people from talking about it. Well, if it's damaging their brand, then they should. I'm not saying that they did the right thing, but there's no way you can argue that it was in Naughty Dog or Sony's best interest to let those conversations stay, especially when a lot of them were abjectly negative about a product that hadn't even come out yet. So, and yeah, intellectual property does pertain to that. It's actual theft in the eyes of the law, which I do agree the law is a little shitty there. It's very, very, very heavily corporate leaning, which obviously it is. But people do not have the right to talk about unreleased projects, and people don't have the right to hear about it. Wouldn't that mean that any publisher or developer should be able to take down negative reviews of games due to protect their property? not talking about Last of Us now, but generally, people do try to abuse it that way. The problem is, yeah, selective enforcement does give them the technical power to do that. Anytime that has happened, though, it's been called out. When it happens post-release, it has happened a couple of times. And I think Jim Sterling specifically was pretty good. It's terrible PR, but yes, the law does allow them to do that. The thing is, when journalism does its job and people report on that sort of thing, then it creates a huge PR shitstorm for the company. So they can do that, and some have, and it creates more problems than not. I think the problem is for Sony, if especially with the narrative some people were pushing about Last of Us before the game came out, if you just let them run roughshod, you let them control the conversation, at least on YouTube. And imagine that instead of being recommended the new gameplay trailer for Last of Us 2, somebody got recommended a dude in his dining room or his living room telling you all about how horrible The Last of Us is and how Naughty Dog is trying to destroy gamers. And like, if this is the stuff that gets surfaced on YouTube, of course you don't want that there. Did Nintendo used to take down anything on YouTube that was gameplay? They claimed it. They would do revenue claims on stuff. It wasn't a takedown. It wasn't a takedown. Nintendo, again, very legally was like, this is our game. It's using our assets. People are watching it because of our game. Arguably because of the game. Depending on the person, you can make an argument that they were more of a draw than the game itself. But they were like, we want the advertising revenue from it. I mean, if you think about it like this. What Nintendo did, they didn't say anyone couldn't play their games, just that they couldn't profit from them on the internet. Whenever you hear YouTubers shrieking about like takedowns are different. I'll say that. Like, takedowns are way different. What happened with The Last of Us, those were takedowns because it was unreleased private intellectual property. But like Nintendo claiming things, does that not feel fair? You can still, hey man, if it's about the art, if you just really want to share your opinions and your gameplay with people, you can totally do that. Nintendo didn't ever say you couldn't. They just say you can't make money on it because it's their game. That's not the way the system is right now, thank God. Because it's great to make money off of playing video games and shooting the shit with people, but it's hard for me to not feel like that is fair. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too. I am frequently a little too permissive with publishers and game creators because again, they make the thing. They make the thing. Without them, none of this is here. None of it. Twitch isn't here. I'm not here. You're not here. The games being made is the root of all of it. Anyway, I apologize. Isn't it transformative content and thus falls under fair use? Arguably. Beat 150. Shit, I was 3 seconds off. Depending on the commentary, yes. And also the fact that like games have to be played. Like somebody has to be at the controller hitting buttons, and that by definition is pretty transformative. Why do I keep going back to grid?
Origami agility.
Also feel like revealing information on a leak and doing bad review of different moral values. The leak can be viewed as protection of IP before anyone has even had a chance to have their hands on it. Someone can expose a link of a non-finished game and not intend for it to be like that in the final game, where a bad review is something where a company has agreed to have that product out to the public area. Yeah? It's, Oh, X. X is go. I guess we're, maybe this is splitting hairs. I feel like it's totally valid to be like, man, it would be real chill of Naughty Dog to just, once the leaks are out there, to let them be out there. But to say that they're shitty for doing what they did, I don't know about that. That's a little too far for me. God, I'm all over the place. Overcorrecting in Wipeout isn't really easy to do, given how floaty the cars are, and also that they are literally floating. Also, God, you have to let off turns with well in advance of what you want the car to do. So much of Wipeout is like predicting, which means you really have to know the corners before you get there. Also consider this. This is an aspect that doesn't come up too much, but if you worked for 4 years on a game and there was some nerd out there who's saying it's absolute garbage just because they saw like one section of it, and then your company that you work for was like, nah, we'll let him go. They're gonna get mad if we tell them to stop. Imagine that. Imagine feeling like the company that you worked for 4 years isn't even getting your back. Like, isn't even, like, being like, hey, shut up, nerd. Like, they're not even doing that. I feel like, to some degree, sometimes IP protection can also be, as much as it is protecting the brand and the market perception of a product, it can also be like a, hey, we're gonna take care of our boys, you know? They've been working their asses off to make this game, so if you talk shit about it before it even comes out, you know, we're gonna get our boys back. Our boys are proud of what they made, and you're there talking shit about it, and you haven't even had a chance to play it. Like, you buy it and you play it like a normal person, then you can talk shit. But damn, man, you get out here spitting mess before. I don't know. I think there is something to like to doing right by your team. Shaving time out. Law is law. Company has every right to protect their product no matter what stage it's at. It's up to the public to form their idea of the product. What the company sees and what the public sees can easily clash against each other. Company doesn't have to agree with any public figure about their product and should be able to protect their image. Interesting, to a point. Time's your call, roughly about now. So, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Actually, I'm gonna BRB real quick. I might not be back for a minute, or I might be back right away, depending if we're ready to talk. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, sorry for the rant. Also, Ranger, really sorry for like, I've learned that it's not good to point it to one person because then it can kind of make chat bubble up, and I don't want to make it seem like it's the world against you, and I'm sorry for doing that. I need to figure out a way to anonymize that a little bit. I've learned that the dynamics get a little funky, and I really don't like it whenever, like, I prefer those conversations to be one-on-one, but I have to acknowledge they're kind of not. So I want to be clear, like, Ranger, I get where you're coming from, and I'm sorry that if I made it seem like I was dogpiling you or making it seem like I was ganging up on you or anything like that. Because I agree, it does read like a shitty move. So sorry, man. I hope we're cool. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. Let me check this out.
Now, doesn't that hit the spot, kiddo?
Right. Hello, Spot. I'm back, everybody. Hello. Whew. Did my thoroughly business meeting. Discussed figures and deliverables, dates and action items, how to leveragize synergistic. No, that's not good. Actualities. I'm gonna boost off of that little bump. Thumb slips off the stick, and then I'm not in a place where I can do the wiggle. Oh, too early. Ay. Man, you miss just like a beat here, and it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, there's some Joseph Gordon-Levitt in there. You can get lots of barrels off basically everything in this track. Yeah, okay. What happened to your suit you purchased for Let's Play Live? Did it get some use? Oh, you mean the GIMP suit? I don't know. I don't know where that went. There's a fun thing that happens in productions where you can do stuff and I scraped the wall. Like, you can go to effort, but no one, absolutely no one, will stick around to help out after. So, like, I got that suit because I wanted a bit to be funny, and then, like, everyone just assumed that I guess I was supposed to take care of the suit forever after that. I'm like, no, why is this my responsibility? It's like, you have to maintain it. You have to, like, rub it down with oil and clean it, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I didn't sign up for that. There was a lot of implied work that no one took care of at Rooster Teeth, and if you didn't do it, it just didn't get done. I guess that's true of any job. So yeah, I genuinely don't know where it went, because it's not my problem. Oh yeah, I guess you can, if you fly off enough, you can do one there. I feel like getting that lower track is gonna matter a lot. Yeah, wore a GIMP suit. It was nice too. The The sex shop that I bought it from was extremely helpful, very knowledgeable. Yeah. Maybe they were too embarrassed to own a gimp suit? No, it applied to everything. Anytime there was any production, no one ever really stuck around to like clean up or like figure out how anything should be maintained after the fact. I mean, damn, the like, whenever like, you know, all those like gameplays we did with outfits and props and shit, people would just leave that shit on the floor. And so like I or someone else would have to pick it up and then find somewhere to put it. And then people would complain that nothing's organized, and I'm like, well, dude, it's just tragedy of the commons, really. Nobody does the like maintenance work, and then they complain the maintenance work isn't done. Dang it, I missed the. I gotta take that left. Is this on a stream or back on restrict? What do you mean, the gimp suit? That was during Let's Play Live. I can't remember what the gimmick was, but I was basically like some dominatrix monster that came out and like... I think there was some gameplay where every time something happened, I would either like put nipple clamps on somebody or put a ball gag in their mouth or something. I can't remember. A long time ago. As usual, it was an idea. It was an idea that was thrown out like at the last second, where I had to like run around LA that day trying to find a suit. At least I didn't have to pay for it. I think I expensed it, so there's that. Yeah, I don't know if you can get that one off. Also, I think if you tap the wing like that, God, the PlayStation stick sucks so much. It actually gets difficult to do the like the right, left, right to do the twirl because of how chonkety and huge the. I'm using an Elite Pro PS4 controller, and the like pad on the stick is so big that it requires you moving your thumb a whole lot more to move it back and forth, and if your thumb comes off the top, it becomes nearly impossible to like to use it properly. It's better than a DualShock 4, but it still has its own annoyances. There we go. I think that if I get that roll, I think I might have to let off the accelerator just a smidge coming into the turn. Also, I'm gonna have to hit those boosts and not hit that wall. That ramp comes up so deceptively. Like tapped both sides of the wall. Turned too wide and too narrow. Jeez. Yeah, Resonator, these games are so good. Sounds like you have some fond memories. Oh, I was under a second away from passing. It's just, you know. It's not so much fond memories, it's just recalling, or it's not bitter memories. It's recalling the times I overinvested, I think is what it comes down to.
Piranha agility.
Is accelerator a trigger or a button? It's a button. Because really, analog acceleration isn't so important in Wipeout. The air brakes are the triggers, which applying those in an analog format is actually way more important than having acceleration on or off. Did you like Redout? Oh yes, I loved Redout. I thought about playing Redout, but then I was like, actually the music I think I like more in Wipeout. Yeah, Wipeout is way more about control and line, whereas, because it's like, there aren't tires. So like, your acceleration is either on or off. The degree of acceleration doesn't really matter because you don't have to worry about traction because you don't have it in the first place. Ugh. The frame drop's getting real bad. Oh God, save me please. It makes sense the way it's laid out. What the fuck, man? I had to wiggle this so tough that the tip of my thumb hit the guide pad. Blech. What? Okay, sure. Oh, Red Star, you're gonna move in a couple days? Cool. Racing lines are everything in racing. It's true. It's true. It's true. That's a not a profound statement, is it? Damn it. This car gets more speed though, so I can probably do the barrel roll off that jump a lot more effectively. There we go. See ya. Like, just letting off the gas is kind of your acceleration control based on the way. Like, letting off the gas for a little bit is kind of like braking in this game, based on how much you bleed off speed when you're not accelerating. Nope, too early! car has different handling than the last one. I should say craft. There we go. Oh, the line was bad. Alright. What's weird is, like, not only are the handling characteristics different for this vehicle, but the acceleration is different too, which changes the lines that I have to come at corners at if I'm going faster. Oh, too much. Too much! God! Overcorrecting. It's so easy to just bounce back and forth between the walls like a bowling ball in this game. Because, corrections always come in way later. Fuck! Damn it. Choppiness! Elgato! Ugh. I'm not gonna play this for too much longer. I don't want to keep complaining about frame drops and how that affects my ability to get a win. Damn it! No. So close. Yeah, Tom. Playing Sick Wipeout. What games have been played this stream? Just this and Hylix 2, which is pretty awesome. The PS5 controller, or does PS controller have anything over the Xbox controller? Some people say the internal battery is better, which doesn't hold a lot of water because you can buy a battery pack for Xbox controllers. But it's that notion of, like, if you want a chargeable controller, you have to buy two things instead of one. Apart from that, a lot of people don't like offset sticks. So there's that. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I might play some Odyssey today. Why not?
Piranha Agility.
Oh, I might go back to F-Zero GX, man. Oh, what's up, Pop-Tart? Good to see you again. I missed some subs here. Icy Hot Claws and Blazing Penguin. Thanks for the subs. Ryzen, thank you for the cane bits. Ops, thank you for the sub. Pedro, thank you for the prime. And C-Bent, thanks for getting your cyber on. Oh, the D-pad is on PlayStation is much more enjoyable to use. I could see that. The default Xbox One controller's D-pad is not the best, but the Elite controllers have, you know, way better D-pads. Then again, they also cost a lot of money, so. I should disclose in controller talk that I've received not one but two Elite controllers from Microsoft over the past, like, 5 years. I got the Elite Series 1 when they came out, and then they also sent me a Series 2, which I wasn't expecting. But man, that controller is choice. If you are an avid gamer, I recommend that you buy the controller I got for free. That is my gamer recommendation. I know that it's the etiquette on the internet to not express any public shame about receiving things for free, but I feel like I've got to do it. Concave versus convex stick pads, yes. I do not like convex, the ones that bow out, the PlayStation sticks. Not a big fan of those. What mouse to use or recommend? So it's another thing I got for free. I've been using the Glorious PC Gaming Race mouse, which again, this I got because when I came back to my computer at QuakeCon, it was just sitting there. So somebody gave it to me knowing that I would be a top PC influencer, and here we are. So that is... Oh shit, yeah, Prodigy. Hell yeah. I have to win this race now. But it's really good. It's almost a little too good. I have it on the maximum DPI, which sometimes means it thinks it's moving even when it's sitting still. It also doesn't help that my mouse pad is sort of convex. It's like bowing out, so I think sometimes my mouse will just shift a little bit and it'll detect movement. That becomes a problem when I'm playing a game with a controller and then the mouse moves and then the entire game thinks I've switched to mouse and keyboard. So it'll sometimes it'll flicker keyboard input prompts because the mouse thought it moved. So there's that. Very, very minor problem. But it's been great. It's been great. I'm a big fan of wired mice. I haven't tried wireless in a long time, but don't know, man. I typically arrange my entire setup to eliminate latency in display and in input. That said, I do use a wireless Xbox controller, but, you know, you can't stop me, so. Shit. Where's the prodigy? The music. Invaders Must Die was a great out. They're all great. They're all great. No Tourist is pretty solid. No Tourist is really short though, which I was kind of bummed about. And then we lost an angel. Look at that line though. Look at that clean ass line. Did you see that? I always wondered if we got to the cyber future, if I could be a hollow race car driver. The thing is, we have it now with drone racing, and I'm not doing that, so I didn't check the time. Please tell me that was a pass. Yes! Oh, the power of Prodigy. Yeah, Saint Swole. Wipeout is one of my favorite game franchises. Go Logitech for wireless. LTT did a test of these high-end wireless latency, and the current refresh rate's latency is unnoticeable. Okay. Current refresh rates. You mean like 142 or like to 140 or 244? Because yeah, that's the idea. Is the latency under 1 frame? And if it is, with 60, it's 16 milliseconds. Oh, 240. Wow. Okay. So the latency is like, it's got to be like sub 2 milliseconds then. That makes sense. Okay then. Then maybe I should go wireless. Get some of these wires off my desk. That would, I don't know. It works pretty well so far, so. Oh, Kel Matsuba, this is your first stream? Oh, welcome. Welcome. I've been out of the game for a while. I've been working on some secret projects. And combat races are so gnarly. But this menu music is too good. Empty, thank you for gifting a sub. So quiet. Why is everything so quiet today? I'm sure you can hear it. I don't, like, does the firepower stat mean you do more damage?
5-hour speed.
I love that announcer. I want that announcer to tell me everything that I ever need to hear in my life. So watching your CC remastered on YouTube, wondering if you plan to play more. I do. I might today. I'm going to be real impulsive today. I probably should get back to Last of Us 2, but I don't know. I feel like I need to trust my gamer soul more and just stream whatever seems fun on a given day.
Combat systems ready.
What's up, Dank? I'll have some games that I think I'll play with a mission, like that I intend to beat, like Witcher 3 or like the Star Wars games, but
Contender eliminated. Contender eliminated. Contender eliminated. Missile. 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 Missile.
oh! I have to get some health back in a second here. It's just missiles, huh? Okay. Missile. Frame rates. Yeah, I need to. Elgato wanted me to generate a performance log to try and figure out why it's doing that. To be fair, I am using the technology in a really weird way. Oh! Missed. Missed style. I was gonna miss that. How did I even do that?
eliminated.
Excellent. Quite good.
Missile. Missile.
Race complete.
Somewhat of a beta testing guinea pig for Elgato? No, not really.
Second place.
So my setup is weird. Mostly because I don't have an HDMI port on my monitor. So what I do is I have an HD60S because it has instant game view, which means the preview window has no lag or close to zero lag. It's super playable. And then I have the preview window open on my computer, whose video and audio out then goes to my streaming PC, and then that goes to stream. This way I can have a console running in a window on my desktop, which means I don't have to change my capture setup from a PC game to anything else. And this way I can hear audio through my PC. It actually is a perfect solution, but for the fact that the preview monitor does get really stuttery every so often. So that's how I do it. The external boxes are kind of janky at times compared to the internal PCIe capture card. Yeah, I guess the solution is to put another internal card in my main PC.
Fizar fighter.
Booting right out because you're in the mood. Yeah, once it gets in you, it's hard to not heed the call of super cyber ships. Also, man, Pulse is such an awesome mode. They added this with the Vita one, right? 2048, which is the one I'm playing, so it makes sense that it's here.
D-class.
Sometimes Pulse can take a long time. But that's okay. It looks cool. Also, no walls on this course. I wonder if you fall off, is that instant destruction? Oh man, playing this course in VR is a trip because of how up and down it is. No? Oh, you just lose health. Okay. I never played Ballistic NG. That's the like heavily. That game's all about the physics simulation, right? Oh, you take damage and reset, yeah.
Zone 5 clear.
Ballistic NG is Wipeout. Oh, right, Ballistic NG, sorry. That's the soft body crash simulator. Oh, Beam NG, okay, never mind. Because there was that shit. There was that other anti-grav racing game that did a fuck, man. That line is so mean. We did a preview for back in Inside Gaming. I'm trying to remember the name of it. This still hasn't hit wide release. Closest we'll get to me playing Forza. Hey man, maybe it's a Forza day. Horizon 4 is a really fun stream game. It's just so like joyous, and it's got a great Pacer. That was it. Thank you. Yeah.
Zone 10 clear.
Pacer is another heir apparent to Wipeout. Yeah, I'm just bummed about my Switch. I'm concerned. I'm concerned and worried. Oh, Pop-Tart. I don't know if you were around, or if you're still around. Maybe you're busy doing stuff, but my poor Switch went back into not turning on. I even tried doing the hard reset, and it's just not coming back. So, I might have to disconnect the battery on the inside again, or the battery may be dead, and that's why it's not turning on. So, I have it plugged into a wall outlet now, even though it's not responding. Hopefully it'll charge the battery even if it's hard locked or whatever.
Zone 15 clear.
It's possible that the plug situation I have behind my computer is messing with it, because I do have a couple of instances where it's like an extension cord is plugged into a power strip. I largely use those for low voltage things, but maybe if the switch is trying to draw power through a daisy-chained power source, it's messing up. We tried switching it on. Wait, it's not just supposed to be on? Hold on. Are you telling me that I have to do something to activate my video game console? Because I thought I could just stare at it. Sounds like a dead battery. Could be the charge circuit chip, a very common defect on the Switch. Yeah, the charging port. I do have a replacement charging port, but I'd need to buy a heat gun, like an air soldering station, to replace it. And I've never done soldering like that, so that would definitely be in the realm of like just a hobby project, like knowing that the Switch is dead and just swapping it. Nintendo recommends plugging it directly into a wall, not a power strip. I don't have that liberty, unfortunately. I've only got like, I think 2 or 3 outlets to run my entire capture setup off of. So basically nowhere in this house is there an open wall outlet. This is a very electronic household. If the scads of Wi-Fi lights did not make that point, so if a switch gets under voltage from the wall, will that cause it to lock up like that? I guess I don't know. It's certainly not the ideal situation, I agree. Hold on a second. Oh, the chip that handles power delivery to the battery from the port? Oh.
Zone 25, clear.
Like it's not the port itself, or is the chip included in that port? This is also a bit of an older house, or parts of it are older, so it just doesn't have all the wall outlets that modern homes do. I definitely try to put the lower voltage, less expensive electronics more downstream in the daisy chain, but sometimes it's not that easy. The USB port is just a generic USB-C port. Oh, okay. So, is the chip you're referring to, is it just on the motherboard somewhere? I feel like I would also need some intense soldering hardware to start pulling and replacing chips on the Switch motherboard, if that's the case. I've always wanted to get into that level of electronics tinkering, so at this point, yeah, if it's at that point, it's just like, well, the Switch is a wash. It's broken already. Maybe I can salvage it, but that also means that my Animal Crossing village is gone, which hurts. I was really enjoying playing Animal Crossing. I don't know that I could start over. It draws more power through Type-C than any other consumer product, so there might be a damaged load balancer. Chip is not on the port. Switches are actually fairly easy to replace. Oh, repair. Yeah, I believe me, I've done tons of Switch repair on mine, which is why I'm not that scared about opening it up and diving into it again. Maybe that'll be today, you know? Screw it, weird day. Maybe I'll just dismantle my Switch again. What's worked in the past is to just disconnect the battery. And if I can get it to boot again, I don't know what that means. I wanted to play Switch games. Like I wanted to play like Golf Story and some other Switch stuff that I haven't played in a while. Just make it truly be a potpourri day. Soon floorboards and new houses will just be outlets. Trey, people have discussed about making houses out of inductive material, so that the floor is low-key, like has low-key current, and then if you put something on it, it just draws current from the floor. You do not switch your hard drive to a new Switch. Sorry, I have no idea how it works. I mean, the Switch has no hard drive. This is it. There's internal storage, but I don't think you can transfer stuff from the internal storage to a new Switch. I think certain games have save files that are explicitly tied to the hardware. I understand that completely. Sadly, support said that power strips and extension cords actually damage your Switch by not giving it enough or too much voltage. There are issues like this. We try to recommend to do the hard reset. Oh, it came back. Yes. Okay, so maybe I just had to charge it for a little bit to get it to boot. Okay, we got a boot. Excellent. So yeah, what I might do then is I'll just let it keep charging off the battery. Yeah, the battery's super low. Okay, well that's good. That's good. So there may be life in it yet. I do think that plugging it into the power strip over here was what was causing it to lock up. Here, I'll just put you down there. I wonder if a power strip can be bad for a gaming PC. Not really. The power supplies in computers are pretty good about giving the computer a steady stream of exactly the voltage that it needs. The thing is, on a Switch, you can't have a big-ass, heavy, bulky power supply like you do in a PC. So, do you think the battery was drained or so low it can't work regularly? The battery was definitely drained. It had set on the shelf for a while. The problem was those symptoms were extremely close to other issues that I'd had in the past, where even when the battery wasn't drained, the Switch would lock up when I plugged it into a power source. So, it's charging fine off of the battery now, so maybe... As long as the strip has a surge protector on it. Yeah, I don't know. Surges are not necessarily a thing so much anymore, I feel like. I think power companies have gotten a lot better about... Christ. Okay. Just barely got there in time. This thing handles like a goddamn slug. That's okay, I didn't get it for the handling.
Zone 40 clear.
Okay, so yeah, I think I'll move the plug around. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Which becomes a problem, like, maybe I just need to get another dock. Man. Alright.
Zone event complete.
Big first world problem coming up. But Steph and I have converted our backyard to be sort of a hangout spot, and we have a little projector back there. And, yeah, Java, you're right. You want to run the max steering ships in zone mode. I picked something with high health, but I don't think that matters in zone either. I think that's mostly just combat. Used your G Fuel code to buy Moon Pie Collector's Box the other day? Nice! Thank you. You put money directly in my wallet, because I get a commission for that stuff, so thank you. Let me make sure that it's not frozen. Oh, it is frozen. Okay, so yeah, here's the issue. If I plug it into a power source, it's weird the issue came back. So you see, like, it's completely locked up. The screen is stuck there. I have to hard reset it. Hold the power button for 12 seconds. There it goes. And then it'll boot. I have not finished Last of Us yet, unfortunately. I got too busy with other things. Are you gonna come back? Oh, maybe it's not coming back now. Maybe I used the sliver of battery I had left. Maybe I just need to replace the internal battery? I feel like replacing the battery can't be that hard. Yeah, it's not coming back now. Oh, now it's just dead. That's a good place to start, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll just buy another replace. Yeah, the battery's trivial. Yeah, it's the back plate, and then you just pry it out and pop off the thing. It's so easy. You might need a new battery. I hope that that's the case. I hope that that's it. It is behaving a bit like that. Drain so low it broke? Maybe. I mean, I've had the issue before where, I was gonna buy a new battery on stream, but I realized my payment info might come up for that. I'll buy a new battery. Yeah, it seems like it can get and hold a charge for a while, and it behaved perfectly for a couple of days there. Also, I feel like, am I taller than usual? I feel like I'm usually not clipping off the top of the frame. Maybe my hair is taller than usual. Oh, it's a piranha race, I guess. Okay. Why do they have the exact same stats? Yeah, I'll just get a new battery. Those are really, really easy.
Piranha speed.
I have to admit, I have dug around in Nintendo hardware a lot, and I am super impressed with the engineering on the Switch. It is just a compact, elegant machine. I know people have had issues with the antenna and stuff like that, but there is so much engineering crammed into this thing. It's pretty cool. The layout is pretty smart. Yeah, nothing but tech issues over here. Oh, it's a one-on-one race. God damn, this guy's fast. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. As soon as I get in front of him, though, he's gonna pound me. Pound my booty. You can't kill in a race. If you kill or eliminate somebody, they just respawn after a while, right? I'm pretty sure those are the rules. Oh, that's right. There's a shortcut there, I think. I did not take.
New lap record.
God, this car handles like ass. Oy. Yeah, there's points where the like capture goes to 30 and then it clicks back up to 60, and it's really, really annoying. Oy. Man. That was actively driving me insane during Rock Band, is the wild frame rate judder.
New lap record. Final lap.
And you gotta really throw on those air brakes and whip it into that S curve. Huh. Huh. Seems like I have no idea where my car's gonna be pointed when I land. Fuck! Fuck! God!
Race complete.
Jeez, that sucked. Ah, a real human being. Thanks for the sub. Also, Trey, thank you for the gifting. To Jacob, no less. I appreciate that. Seems like a game created for the consumption of G Fuel. Yeah. You know it is. It's the most gamer of most. I mean, it's got both. It's got both words right there.
Piranha speed.
Maybe I need to do a G Fuel sponsored Wipeout day. I've been leaning on G Fuel pretty hard to get through these days of 1,000 calories. I gotta admit, it's been amazingly helpful. I'll feel like I'm. It feels kind of like I'm on Benadryl sometimes, being that low on calories. But caffeine makes me feel human for a stretch. I think I'm through the worst of it now. Especially since I've learned more how to like prepare vegetables in bulk. This is all for an Instagram sponsorship that has yet to go live. Damn it. God. That's the weird thing to think about is with this game is like if you're offline, sometimes there's no way to recover. You just have to smash into the walls and try and get back on course. Fuck! Damn it! Also, the fact that a lot of these turns are blind, and they'll tighten a lot. And if you don't make exactly the right adjustment before you even get to that tightening, you'll just slam right into the wall. Urgh! God. Ugh. Like that. That turn just tightens out of nowhere, and by the time you adjust for that tighten, that means you've already overcorrected for the rest of the turn. So it's like you just have to memorize the tracks. That's it. You just have to know them. Which doesn't honestly take that long. The courses are pretty short. I never ever get that. Fuck. Get that. I don't even know where that shortcut is right after the starting line. Oh shit! There's a thing up there. Yeah. Please get off the wall.
Missile.
Yeah, it's like he's got 18 missiles just ready. Fuck. God. It can be so it can be so demoralizing. Where every time you hit any kind of input, you just slam back and forth between the walls. This game is tough.
Second place.
Yeah, the music is too good. Your intake is that low. Try to have as minimal carbs as possible for your first meal. Oh, so Buska, I'm on a plan. It's a Nutrisystem, so the decisions are taken away from me, which is kind of... Oh, you have to cut inside real hard to get into that. Okay. Damn it. Didn't even do the second boost. Stop it! The scary thing is, too, is when you learn that you start overcorrecting, and then you start undercorrecting, and then you're just scraping off the inside wall for every turn. Stop it! Fucking Christ! Stay on the ground! I guess that doesn't happen in an anti-grav racer. Okay, so let me see about this. Wah! Jesus Christ! Okay. Great. Good. Good. Upping water intake. Yeah. That's part of the thing. There are over 6,300 recorded species, accounting for around 88% of extant amphibian species. Oh, of frogs? That's a good frog lore right there. Oh, I already missed it. Oh man. This car's handling, it's just by default so slippy that you have to rely on the air brakes to make any turn, which means you have to like give it just the right amount of air brake. These turns are so tricky. Ugh. God. It's just like non-stop S curves, which penalize you for any like just not being directly online all the time. Means you're bounce back and forth. I think there was a time trial on this track that was just so nearly impossible. God, even that wasn't enough. Blah. Cut the speed to help with the handling. Yeah, maybe I should feather the gas a little bit around some of these turns. I was looking at you. Yeah. No, I didn't want to do that! God. You bonk into the wall, you hit right, and then your car turns 90 degrees, so you turn left again, then you bonk into the same wall. Blech. Wipeout. I love Wipeout so much. Okay, so the problem is if I cut speed, it actually reduces my handling even more. Like, if you cut speed, you turn less, because it's just it's kind of like vectored thrust. So you have to air brake while gunning it to be able to corner and control speed at the same time, which is tough because if you over air brake, you hit the inside wall. If you under air brake, you hit the outside wall, and then that means you have to correct also with air brake. God damn it. And it sucks if you slam into the wall enough, then you pop up off the track, giving you even less traction and maneuverability. So fun shit going on. Okay, there we go. I had to kind of consciously think ahead and be like, this is an S curve, it's gonna start trending back the other way.
Missile.
You have to like, you bitch! Man, I wanted to get into that. Hit me with a missile at exactly the right time. It's non-stop S curves and blind corners. It's a mean one. Fuck! I gotta learn to. You gotta hug the right on that one too, so you can come in ready for that. Cause yeah, trying to overcorrect and steer into that little hallway is a nightmare if you're not lined up for it.
Missile.
Yep. Ah! Okay. Not bad, not bad. That was a good turn. Okay, stay near the right. Stay near the right. A little too much. Ah! So you have to... God. So there's the turn, right? You have to stay near the right and then bow out a little bit so that you can come in a little more, but then also immediately cut to the left. So, like, you can hit the right... And there's no indicator for any of that. You just have to feel it. Jeez. I'm playing on a certain difficulty? No, this is just the game. Wipeout is just this hard. Wipeout's always been so hard. S15 costuming? Thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone. I'm playing Floaty Car's Unz music game. Yeah, the game's just hard. And I'm gonna blame the frame stutter for a little bit of this. Fuck. Sorry, I'm drinking NutriCrush protein powder, and it's gumming up the works a little bit. So I need to. Fuck, man. God. This track sucks. God damn. It tries to bait you into overcorrecting all the time. Ugh. Scraping the wall. Frame rate, please. Elgato, stop it. Thank you. Back up to 60, but for how long? There we go. Too much? Okay. Whatever. Gotta take the slow path. I can catch him. Yeah. Fuck. God, get off the wall!
Contender eliminated.
Oh.
Race complete.
I guess that's a way to do it. I didn't know you could do that. I thought they would just respawn. Okay. So wait, what's the, how do you get an elite badge on that? During the evolutionary history of frogs, several different groups have independently taken to the air. You even included the footnote. Some frogs in the tropical rainforest are specifically adapted to gliding from tree to tree or parachuting to the forest floor. Typical of them is Wallace's flying frog, Rhacopherus nigropalmatus from Malaysia and Borneo. Ooh. Oh, eliminate an opponent. That's what I did! What? How come I didn't get the, oh, whatever. Yeah, I got baited into it. It was it was Latin though. You can't cancel me over that.
AG Systems Agility.
I think the other car blew itself up. Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I think you're right. He killed himself on with his own missile. That's a good point. I have not watched Redline yet. I'm not. And I have not. It was an accident. Fuck. Now I'm in the course correction. God. All I want to do is get to the center of the track. But, like, the The results from your input in Wipeout are so delayed, it's so easy to wobble back and forth before you learn the delicate touch. That frame stuttering is driving me crazy. Absolutely crazy. Alright. I'm gonna move on to another game. It's sapping my enjoyment when the frame rate keeps clicking back and forth between 30 and 60 like that. And that's not the game. That's not the game. The game runs at a real solid 60. It's just Elgato shit that I gotta figure out. New game time. I'll be back in a second. See you in just a moment.